What's up, guys? Welcome back to the MLG Studios here in New York City. I'm axeltoss. I am joined by axslav, currently watching Challenger League, day number 3 of WCS America. We got a tie series on our hands between Drunkenboi and State. Pretty exciting series so far, characterized by a lot of early game shenanigans by the Terran player, but a Protoss player staying true to form, getting a lot of observers out and fending it off so far. We'll have to see if it continues in game 3 for State.
That's right. Of course, this is the deciding map in this series, and whoever loses goes down to that group stage of the Challenger Division. No one wants to get sent down there.
Yeah, and to kind of recap that a little bit, Challenger League is basically set in place to determine, all right, who's going to get back into Premier League. There's 2 stages. One, there's a bracket stage, 5 people per bracket, 4 starting out the thing, and then 1 dropping down from the round of 16 loser. The winner of that bracket gets into Premier League. The other 4 drop down to the group stage, where the top 3 stay in WCS America. The 4th place person drops out of the entire WCS America. The top 2 of the group stage go to Premier League. So even if you lose in these bracket stages, not the end of the world, but it makes your job a little bit harder. That being said, I'm going to ask these players if they're ready, and then maybe we can proceed into game number 3. Who do you think is going to take this one, Mr. Nick? The map is Belshir Vestige.
I feel this map is a great map for Drunkenboi.
I agree.
Draw play is so strong on this map. And you know, Drunkenboi, the timing was poor, but it was because State attacked him and he didn't have, in the last game, right? He didn't have 3-3 yet. But he's never walked into a bad fight. In Belshir Vestige, it's a map where the ramps and the concaves are so important. And I think both players have shown good control over not taking those poor engagements. And so it's going to come down to a harassment game, and Drunkenboi's harassment drop game is just absolutely insane.
Multitasking is going to be very important here on this map, as well as appropriating your units correctly, right? Like identifying, okay, how many medevacs are being sent into my main base? Is there a big army outside my third, outside my natural? Should I have 1 Colossus here, 1 Colossus there? You know, where am I focusing most of my units? If Drunkenboi can take advantage of State making a wrong decision in that regard, I think it could be a great game here for Drunkenboi. And I think it's going to be up to State to have those observers out, be able to identify what his opponent is doing, and then, of course, reacting appropriately. But here we are in game number 3. This is the decider between these 2 gentlemen. I have the pleasure of introducing, beginning in the top left-hand location, the blue Terran player hailing from Canada, 19 years of age on FXO, actually 18 years of age, excuse me, currently on FXO-NA. He is Drunkenboi. He loves his Hellbats. It has a very unique playstyle. His opponent in the bottom right-hand location. Very standard, solid playstyle. Loves getting those Blink Stalkers out early to get some map control. Hailing from California, he's currently teamless. 1 win away from advancing to the next round of the Challenger League bracket stage. He is State.
I expect to see State do the exact same opening he's been doing. It's a very solid Protoss opening. Just get that expansion, get the observers, get some gateway units, defend yourself, and then advance your tech. I feel like Drunkenboi should not go for that 1-base play again. It's, you know, 1-base Terran openings, it's so hard against a high-level Protoss like State to really get a lot of traction off of a single base. And last game we saw it. I mean, he wasn't able to get really much damage done with those mine drops. I mean, he killed 2 sentries, but you need to get a lot of economic damage done if you delay your expansion. So I think he'll just do that same Reaper expand you did in the first game. That's a great TVP opening.
By the way, guys, you can see some tweets at the bottom of your screen. Make sure you tweet hashtag WCS and say something awesome. You might be featured on the stream. Say hi to your mom, hi to your parents. Speaking of which, call your relatives up. Tell them to start watching STARCRAFT 2, the most amazing game in the world. Of course, the MLG broadcast of WCS America. And, of course, be sure to tune in to WCS Korea and WCS Europe, as those are happening right now, round of 16, WCS EU. Some fantastic matches today. Group involving Naniwa, Vortex, Happy, and Baby Knight. Had a lot of fun watching that. Of course, round of 8, KR.
Oh, Zealot trying to guard the ramp.
Oh, saying, you know what? I'm going to kill these rocks.
Yeah, it's frustrating to Zealot.
Why?
The early game Zealot, there's no unit that he's faster than. So he's sitting there, he's trying to swipe with the blades, and the units keep running away. The SCV is like, just haha, and just runs right past him. So he takes his frustration out on the bricks.
I would also take my frustration out on the neutral critters. I don't know if there's any on this map, though. I'm sure there are.
I'm not sure if you can directly target those, can you?
Oh,
some of them, the automaton bot you can.
Yes.
But there's some that you can only kill with splash damage. You can't actually select.
You see, I haven't
Yeah.
actually instigated war against them, so I don't necessarily know that information.
I've definitely had my share of critter hunting. So, you know, Drunkenboi, do you need that expansion up?
I'm like reflecting upon Brood War maps again. There's a map called Pokemon, where you would start with like one unit, and you'd have to go catch neutral Pokemon. You'd have to kill the neutral units, and those neutral units would become yours. And other people on the other side of the map are doing the same thing. And you can like go catch Charizard and Blastoise. Dude, it was fun, man. I'm sorry. I'll stop. I'm just reflecting.
I mean, I'm sure it was. I
know you're indifferent to Pokemon.
Yeah, I actually, I'm not.
I feel like some people on the stream are.
Oh, yeah, of course.
Reminiscing of
very popular game.
We see an armory.
So we are going to see that Hellbat drop play. He also has a reactored out Marines, and he's got, I think, a couple of Widowmines out in the field somewhere. Go see. I just make that up.
Unit Sap shows he has one somewhere.
Where is it? Oh, it's scuttling down the ramp.
And there's another one that just popped out.
So there's two. They're both scuttling down the ramp.
Yes.
Having a safe distance, so if one stops, the other one can stop before it hits it.
See where they go.
Oh, now they might meet up. Two little Widowmines. Now they're scuttling together.
Yep.
Moving across the map. Of course, State, very, you know, the standard opening he's been doing every game. I am kind of interested. He's getting the robotics after he gets the second, third warp gates, which most Protoss players get it faster. Of course, this means he has a few more stalkers out to deal with the drop play. So.
Oh, Photon Overcharge going down, targeting down the Widowmine. He's going to stay alive. Mothership 4 in the area.
Oh, one Widowmine.
Stalker's trying to get it. Not going to be able to.
They wanted that shot.
So Phoenix, can he scout the armory? Oh, he sees the reactored starport and the factory, but he doesn't see the armory.
Reactored starport gives it away, though.
Yeah.
This early on, the only reason you make 2 medevacs is to ferry around 4 Hellbats.
Let's see if it goes to the top left there.
Yeah.
Oh.
No. Well, no.
Well,
I think he... Did he see it?
I think he knows.
Yeah, I mean, it's pretty obvious from what he's seen so far. So, how's he going to deal with this?
That's a good question.
He does not have Photon Overcharge, which is important to know.
How much energy away is he?
A lot.
Oh.
About 70 seconds worth, 40 energy. He's going to pick up, so there's 2 Hellbats, 2 Widowmines, 4 Marines.
Oh, gosh.
He has 6 Stalkers and an Observer.
Where's the Observer?
With his Stalkers.
Oh.
Yeah, so he's that should be able to defend. Oh, no, but they moved to the right!
Oh, he sees that the medevacs jetting
the
in there,
sentries.
going to the natural expansion. The
Poor
sentries
guys.
are exposed. The force field's going
nice.
down, trying to isolate those.
Yeah, he needs to pick up and get out of there.
And that's what he's going to try to do.
This-
Somebody getting taken out?
The splash definitely scratched those Observers.
Yes. Would have been bad if he killed both of them.
It would have. It would have.
1 Hellbat, 2 Hellbats. Going the long way home.
So, Drunkenboi's drop play yet again. Push back.
Yeah.
State 4 gateways. The other games he got his forges earlier.
Whoa,
This is
4 gateways.
a Blink Colossi time.
So he's going to up to 7 gates total?
Yeah, I think he's looking for a time. I think he's identified a weakness. He says, Drunkenboi is doing all this drop play to keep me busy while he takes a third and gets upgrades, and his production is not going to be that high while he's doing all this. So he's going to be looking to do a Blink Stalker Colossi time, but I feel like the support bay is too late.
Yeah, I feel like since it's so late, just 1 Colossus maybe, and then just nothing but Stalkers?
I mean,
I guess?
maybe, but what's 1 Colossus going to do?
Maybe he just wants to have the ability to warp in a lot of units.
That could be it. It's almost, I don't actually see this being an actual time. I think he just got the gateways before the barracks just for the heck of it. You know, why not?
2 forges added on.
Yeah, why not?
Definitely implies, an extended game. Like you build forges and they go for timing.
But what's noticeable about this opposed to the other games, he was always a little bit ahead in upgrades. This game he's going to be behind, which is very important to note. But Drunkenboi's putting on, he's going for an attack here.
First Colossus is not yet out, only halfway done. Hellbat's going to drop on top of the sentries. State trying to get those out of there. Still a decent amount of energy on those sentries. Photon Overcharge going down onto the Nexus, but stimming forward is Drunkenboi. Trying to target down those Stalkers. Blink is not yet done. Remember, State does have 7 gates on the field, so he has the ability to warp in a lot of units, so using up all his money on that. But Drunkenboi charging into his opponent's main base, trying to get a bunch of damage done, and State having a little bit of trouble. First Colossus popping out, and that should be enough to clean up this attack.
It should be, but if the medevacs can escape, that was a very good trade for Drunkenboi. Just trading mineral units to take out the sentries, taking out a lot of stalkers. And if State, he only has 4 gas right now. He needs to get 1-1. He needs to keep up his Colossi production.
Yes.
He needs to replace his stalker count because he wants to have at least 6 stalkers if he has Blink. 6 is enough where he can really start picking off Medivacs effectively. And all those things cost gas.
Not to mention eventually get a third, which Drunkenboi, his is already underway, his third command center.
Looks like State's going to start that third very soon. 5 stalkers being warped in, but remember...
I think that'd be a very dangerous thing right now to start a third. But I don't know how many...
I mean, worst happens, you cancel it, I guess, right? Yeah. No 1-1 yet for State.
That third is going to be so important for State right now.
It is.
We know how much Drunkenboi loves that drop play. And this is one of those maps where defending your main and the third can be very difficult.
Oh, Drunkenboi pulling some SCVs.
Oh, really?
The interesting numbers. Only like 5 or 6 SCVs in army.
Yeah, can help repair the Hellbats, can tank, can even repair Medivacs, Vikings.
This is a small, scrappy force from Drunkenboi. And you know, I feel this is actually a bad time to attack. I mean, Stay has a lot of Blink Stalkers.
Making him immortal. Well, 1-1 is done. His opponent's 1-1 is only about 20% of the way done.
This is true, but
So
there's
he
2
has that.
Colossi.
Yeah. Force fields have to be good. Both an overcharge going down.
Yeah,
Remember, Blink is done too, so you can't just retreat, right? You can't pick all your units up. That would be a disaster.
Oh, Stalker's looking to pick off another unit. Another Viking goes down, and almost a Medivac.
Oh no! 2 observers died there.
They were trying to
Noah's Ark observers.
Yeah, they were trying to hang out together for safety. But if you're an observer, another observer is not your protector.
4 Hellbats.
There's a 3rd observer.
Oh, observer saw it.
Yeah, it did. So
All right.
State knows this. He's baiting it. The Stalkers aren't at the edge. They're waiting to blink.
Oh.
He's gonna get it.
The blink. He's gonna target down the Medivacs.
Oh man.
That's
That
a lot
was
of free
huge.
stuff for State.
Drunkenboi was ahead until that, and now the game is totally turning
Resources
around.
lost just evened up. And actually, State is now ahead in resources lost.
And the 3rd is solidified. Drunkenboi still has a small upgrade advantage, but State has a significantly larger army right now.
That went beautifully for State. Played that very nicely. And you know, Drunkenboi, he scanned, he killed 2 observers. He knew in his mind that happened. And he's like, all right, he's not going to be able to see what I'm doing. But little did he know, there's a 3rd observer lurking in the darkness, able to spot those 2 Medivacs, and State taking advantage of that intel. Kill those 2 Medivacs.
Is being worked on by Drunkenboi. But Drunkenboi, he's got to be a little bit afraid now because he lost all those Medivacs.
Yeah.
He's had several Vikings picked off by the Blink Stalkers, so he's in a situation where he only has like 1 Medivac and 3 Vikings in his army, and he really needs more Vikings, and he really needs more Medivacs, and he only has 1 starport. This is a very tough spot for a Terran.
Drunkenboi distracted by some stuff on the right-hand side. State taking advantage a little bit, sending some units across the map toward the natural expansion of his opponent, though keeping some of his army back. So State really spreading out his units, which is pretty interesting. Okay, Stalkers are coming towards him, but they have to be careful. Those blink away though.
State trying to threaten Drunkenboi, keep him distracted.
War Prison there in the main base is going to deploy. He's going to try to get out. The Viking can follow it. Got to be careful with that guy.
It has War Prison speed. So
Oh, it does, doesn't
yeah,
it?
it can escape the Viking. Hanging out by the observer for safety. Of course, State working on 2-2, Drunkenboi working on 3-3.
Yeah.
Templar Archives on
Yes,
route.
that's important because we have no Ghost Academy in production yet for Drunkenboi.
And no 2nd starport either. So Drunkenboi, his army is very basic. And it's actually very damaged. Look at Drunkenboi's army. They're all yellow.
Yeah.
They're not green. You want to be green.
Yes.
But they're all damaged. And that's...
A lot to do with the Medivacs that were sniped earlier, honestly.
Yeah, 100%. I think he's lost 5 Medivacs this game, at least. Just in the Blink Stalkers picking them off and the double Hellbat drop that didn't work out. And he's had to build Vikings because he needs to be able to Colossi as well. And he's had some Vikings picked off as well. So State been doing a very good job of keeping the air unit count of Drunkenboi down.
Still a little bit of time before State's 2-2 finishes, so Drunkenboi could have taken advantage there. And there's a little timing before Storm finishes. But
in the main.
I think that timing might be gone for Drunkenboi, and he's distracted by this counterattack from State.
Not having a high Medivac count made it a very risky proposition.
Especially when you're having to deal with Colossus, too, from your opponent, and you only have 1 starport with the reactor.
And there's no bunker in the 3rd base of Drunkenboi, no depot wall.
Did you see what he just did there? He started a nuke,
Oh, yes.
and he canceled.
Hey,
getting Mobish here.
that's probably a smarter play overall. Get that first, and
I agree.
then get the nuke. Nukes are underused though; they're so cheap. If you have one Ghost Academy, why not? You know, if you're not keen to upgrade this.
Yeah.
It's like, I mean, is a Marauder really that much better than Nuke? And you're gonna have extra gas because you're Terran, right?
You know, I love this multi-pronged harassment from State, though. Sending units into that third, continuing to warp units into his opponent's main, really spreading Drunkenboi out. And this is what Drunkenboi has been doing to State. Behind the State, taking a fourth base, it's already done. Probes need to be mining over there. They're currently not doing much.
Drunkenboi's having a very difficult time dealing with this multi-pronged harass.
State is just playing beautifully right now. And if we're talking about timings, 3-3 is about to finish here for Drunkenboi. So he can try to take advantage.
But if he's going to fight right now. Okay, he's got to. Oh, losing so many Vikings.
Templar here. The Stalker's blinking forward, targeting down those Vikings to take down these rocks that are impeding us. But the Storms hitting the Marines and Marauders. Great positioning on those High Templars. EMP is a little too late.
Drunkenboi is going to finish up 3-3, though.
I don't even know if he has skills for that composition. Oh, yeah, they are.
There's only one, though. State's going to go in, but a great concave by Drunkenboi.
Time Warp's going down onto this Bio Army. Stalkers blinking underneath the Vikings. The Storms melting away. More of the Bio, and the Colossi are still very much alive. 5 in total, melting away the Bio. No more Vikings left. And there's the GG from Drunkenboi. And State takes the 2-1 victory, and he'll be advancing to the next round of the Challenger League bracket stage. Wow.
You know, that game was all about Blink Stalkers, actually.
Yeah.
I mean, the harass from State was awesome, but really what happened is he killed Medevac, Viking, Medevac, Viking, Medevac, Viking, Viking. And then the last battle...
Look at those Storms again.
Yeah. Wow. Time Warp Storms.
Templars coming forward.
You know, Drunkenboi almost had a good concave, but his units were all kind of in 2 clumps instead of an actual concave, which kind of hurts when Time Warps go down. Beautiful Storms, and then... The Vikings don't even kill a single one of those Colossi.
Yeah.
So it's 5 Colossi, Force Field stop the Bio from closing the distance, and 5 Colossi kill Terran units pretty quickly.
That's pretty much exactly, as a Protoss player, how you want an engagement. Exactly how that went. State able to make it happen. Drunkenboi is going to fall to the group stage of the Challenger League, but keep an eye on Drunkenboi. I was entertained by the guy. Loves using those Hellbats, loves using those relatively wonky strategies that, you know, not a lot of Terran players are doing, so definitely keep an eye on that guy. But guys, coming up next, we're going to have Ghost User versus Huang Sin. It's going to be our last match of the night. Stay tuned. You're watching the WCS America Challenger League Day 3 action. Ghost User versus Huang Sin coming up.